got the green jacket on, right now. We're not gonna say who it is. So, and they was just looking over stuff. They like literally just gonna give them the custody of the kids to the, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to go line by line by line by line, and really understand what does it mean that the award goes to the practitioner, and what do all these things mean? I think we ain't never used the word practitioner in the studio. We ain't never used the word practitioner, on a basketball court. They never mentioned practitioners in Wakanda 2, where they killed all the dads and now the moms running, you know what I'm saying? Like just like they did in real life. Uh Man, I mean, y'all could have just made Michael B. Jordan be Black Panther. Like you really had to. So um I go ahead, man,
No, gotcha. So I have another question for you. So, what are your thoughts on people blaming you being outspoken as mental illness?
I love when Lil Uzi told me crazy ain't crazy than crazy. Meaning we are in a crazy society. This is Game of Thrones. If you look at the situations we're in, the percentage of us going to prison, the percentage of us being aborted, the fact that we could, they can like Adidas can come at me like that, and your friends, quote unquote, like Pusha T, could stand right next to an Adidas sign right after they've done that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're living in crazy environments. I could put up, hey, I don't have the address to my daughter's birthday on her birthday, and not one of these celebrities speak up. These are crazy, right? And then if you really look at the things that I'm talking about, a lot of people feel like me. So what's the crazy part? What I'm saying or the fact that I'm willing to say it?
No, I
Yeah.
definitely
Fact
appreciate
is,
Uh,
well,
Hey,
I guess we both crazy because I'm gonna say the shit.
it. Yeah,
hey,
and
if
I'm
I got,
crazy too.
yeah, if I could add one part to that,
Yay, that's Captain Tazariot. He's an Israelite.
Oh,
appreciate it.
Cool brother.
God bless.
Hey, God bless you too, brother. When I think that was a beautiful question, and what I wanted to ask you, do you think they intentionally misunderstand you, so then that everyone else would then also be able to begin to misunderstand you? So when you start doing things that are clearly intelligent thinking, people will already be predetermined to, okay, Kanye is just crazy, so we just gonna ignore him. Like, what do you think of that?
I gotta say, God bless Kyrie, because he never had a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence trainer that was connected to multiple
That
celebrity
was crazy.
mental health and deaths, from Aaron Carter to old girl from Clueless. Um,
Her husband.
so what I'm saying is Kyrie showed you the energy of change that can happen just by two of us standing on something we believe in at one time. How many times it was only me at the telethon, only me at running on stage saying it's the best video, only me, you know what I'm saying? And this is the
Right.
first time he's like, man, I know y'all got Ye pegged this crazy, but look at this documentary right here, which mind you is still up on Amazon, and ain't nobody talk to old boy. Ain't nobody talk to Bezos or who the new CEO is on Amazon. So it's like we're starting to realize that was that one moment. And Kyrie, he really took that hit on not on my behalf, but on our behalf and on God's people's behalf, that you got to see what happened. Not that we was directed by Disney. And it's like, oh man, they came together on this thing I'm watching on HBO or Hulu or Disney. But in real life, that people would take a financial sacrifice for the truth, because the truth will set us free. Like, who is Phil Knight? Ain't nobody exploited nobody more than Phil Knight. Are you kidding me? The head of Nike? And it's so funny how God got a sense of humor for him, because he's now come and put money publicly towards the Republican Party, because the company he created is getting gang banged. And maybe that's not that Christian to say it like that, but Phil Knight, your company is getting gang banged. So go ahead and go on back to your house and walk 10 steps in front of your wife. Like when I seen you in Palm Springs and you was walking 10 states. How you told going a walk with your wife and you 10 steps ahead? I was like, see, that's why I don't like Nike. If this is the person that's setting the what do they call it? The environment or whatever. The it's another word for that I'm missing right now. But the environment at Nike, of course, ask anybody that's ever dealt with Nike. You know, they've treated people. They didn't treat people good. They were treating me really bad when I had the Red October, and that's part of the reason why I ended up going to Adidas. You know, this is all related to Kyrie. This is where I'm going with it. But certain things just spark other things that I would like to tell y'all. I remember sitting in my mother-in-law's kitchen, and it was the same story that everybody got. My girlfriend pregnant. You know, I'm from Chicago. I ain't want to leave Nike. I grew up in a city of Jordan. You ain't never seen somebody draw so many Jordans on a sketch pad and go and look at the shoes, and the Scottie Pippen flights the purple and black ones was behind plastic because they ain't want nobody touching them too much because they wanted to still sell them. We'd be going to Champ Sports. This is when like the shoes jumped over when Nike got that air bubble or that different kind of foam at the bottom, and they jumped past Avia, and K Swiss and Reebok because they was neck and neck for a while, and then they jumped, and then they made those pumps with David Robinson. They literally dropped the Maybach a shoe. They had the nerve to have a shoe for $180 back then. Now I know that's a normal price right now, but for a kid, shoes cost $60 back then. But I remember that effect that Nike had on me. It didn't matter that people could buy that David Robinson pump or not. It affected me that at the point when Nike was treating me like how Chase was treating me, like how Adidas was treating me, that I was willing to stay with Nike because of how much I loved it, because of the value that we place on brands due to propaganda and it's just mental manipulation. All the Edward Bernays advertising. Why did Nike swoosh mean something to you? Why we want to be like Mike instead of wanting to be like Christ? Why every half the numbers in the NBA is number 23? All of that is branding, mental branding. And then you get a brother like Kyrie, well-read information. And another thing, you take like Jalen Brown, you take Kyrie, you take a couple people, right, who they family is gonna be all right no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple family members that might ask me for a loan here and there, but my family got jobs, right? So that means that I don't have to listen to nothing nobody got to say. If I want to get rid of all my money and go to like riding skateboards or driving an Uber for the rest of my life, I can do that. But you know what they go and do to the NBA players? They'll be like, well, what about grandma? What about your auntie? You don't want to go back. You don't want to be shamed. You don't, because they got a position. They're going to give you some type of job, some type of Shaquille O'Neal job for the rest of your life as long as you play the game. And with Kyrie, he got 1 year left. They question it like, will he even go, would he go play basketball again? And it's interesting to me. I know you got a question later about Candace Owens. Man, you got to understand, like in 1 week, I went in Trump, Alex Jones, and then I Elon. Like in a matter of 10 days, right? Where's the lies? You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody's beholden to somebody, right? And I got to say, I'm proud of Trump that he actually spoke up. And Ari Emanuel put something out that showed that I had stretched the limits of the idea anti-Semitism. So listen to this thing that Trump put up. I think it was this morning, right? So he says, "How quickly Jewish leaders forget that I was the best by far president for Israel. They should be ashamed of themselves. This lack of loyalty to their greatest friends and allies is why large numbers in Congress and so many others have stopped giving support to Israel." He could have never said that had it changed in 1 week. It changed in 1 week because I went and I grabbed the third rail and I lived. I lived. I went as far as you can go and I lived. Now let's open up the conversation and see that Jared Kushner was standing next to Trump the whole time, and Rahm Emanuel was standing next to Obama the whole time. And then Rahm Emanuel went to my hometown and destroyed that city.